Episode 3. Finally, man, I'm struggling. I am struggling keeping up with this stuff. And you would think just being on quarantine and having all the time in the world, I could be pumping out an episode every day, but jeez Louise. I didn't think quarantine would be this boring, especially being single. I mean, I'm used to being by myself most of the time anyways, so I could find stuff to do and entertain myself, but it's like, damn, can somebody come hang out with me? Does anybody like me? Does anybody know me anymore? But then at the same time, I think about the people who are isolated with a person that they really can't stand, a person that they don't want to be with, and I'm just glad that that's not me. I'm glad I'm not stuck in a situation like that to where I have to put up with somebody's bullshit all day. You know, and especially in times like this, they're not working. They got laid off. They're not doing the damn dishes. They're leaving dirty laundry in the middle of the room. They got their underwear hanging on the shower curtain. You got kids yelling all through the house, causing all this extra stress. They're not exercising. They're getting chubby. You already have stopped being attracted to them to some point, and now they're getting chubby, and now everything they do just pisses you off. I feel sorry for you guys. Boy, do I feel sorry for you guys. So let's jump right into strange times. These are current events, crazy things going on in the world. You can't find a crazier time in our lifetime. So I guess in China, they've started to, kind of relax a little bit on the quarantine and let people have more freedom. And I guess the divorce rate has gone through the roof in the past couple weeks of people finally being able to get out of the house and realize that they can't stand the person that they've been living with. I'm pretty intrigued to see what will happen here in the U.S., just in different big cities like in L.A. and Chicago, or especially New York, where people are on complete lockdown, and they have to be stuck with the person that they've been arguing with for the past 6 months. But I wonder what the new norms are going to be coming out of this, because they're not just going to let everybody go back to how it was. In movie theaters, there can only be a certain amount of people in there. In the casinos, they're talking about putting up like glass walls between the players and the dealers. I mean, it's just a whole bunch of nonsense that really most likely is not going to help anybody. That's not going to save anyone from whether or not they catch it or don't catch it. I don't know. Kim Jong-un died. Have you heard about it? It's really not being reported on. There hasn't been a confirmed death, I guess. Reports say that he has not made a public appearance in over 2 weeks. He did not go to his grandfather's birthday celebration on the 15th of this month. Something's got to be up, you would think. But, I mean, it's North Korea. Are they really going to disclose that information of their leader's health? They literally report anything they want. This is the same man that told his country that he learned how to drive at 3 years old. His father used to tell bullshit lies to the country all the time as well. His father had the country believing that his first time at the bowling alley, he bowled a 300. Okay. His father also had his country believing that when he went golfing, he had 5 hole-in-ones and shot a 38 under par. 38 under par. Come on now. Listen, to put this in perspective, I don't know if you guys know golf much. You want to have a low score. In 2019, when Tiger Woods won the Masters, he shot a 13 under par. So honestly, I don't know. You can't really believe anything that comes out of that country. He could be dead. He could be alive. Who knows? Did Carole Baskin kill him? Who knows? Nobody knows. I know Carole Baskin did kill her husband, though. That's for damn sure. How is that case just forgotten about? Like, nobody looked deeper into that? And especially if she would just come out on a Netflix documentary and say, oh, no, I would need some sardine oil if I wanted the tigers to eat them. Who knows that? Obviously, she does. And if you ever needed a way to get out of murder and you own dozens and dozens of tigers, you feed them to the tigers. Yeah. Sorry to ruin part of the show for you. If you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely watch The Tiger King on Netflix. It's it's very entertaining, just to say the least. Go watch it. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. So, some other current events going on. A few southern states have relaxed restrictions on the quarantine and are letting people go to the gym, get haircuts, pedicures, massages, and tattoos, just to name a few things. Is it too early to be loosening the restrictions already for what people can and can't do? I don't know, but I know that I'm definitely ready to be back on a normal schedule and just to be able to get out of the house, to be able to travel, to be able to go sit down at restaurants. Being told that you get to stay home for weeks and weeks without going to work, no real responsibilities, you would think that that would be a dream come true. But once you're about 3, 4 weeks in, that shit gets real boring. When you have nobody to hang out with, you can't go anywhere. You can't just go relax at places like you used to. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that I am ready for this to all be done and over with. That's for sure. With that being said, this will lead us into a little DBE where I ask you guys questions, and you give me the honest, uncut answers. So what I'd asked was, what's the first thing that you're going to do when this quarantine is over? I don't know if I wasn't specific enough with the question, because some of these answers, I guess I don't really know how to interpret the sounds that you guys are making. With a little thinking face. I don't know what that means. A couple people said they're getting some mani-pedis. I bet you females out there are looking a little rough right now. Rough. Getting your phone number. I don't have a phone. Instagram only, Facebook. Find me on social media. Fucking. Hey, for sure. I can't even explain what this shit has been like, being alone for weeks and weeks. Nobody to call over. I can't go anywhere. I can't fly anywhere. It's been tragic. And when this whole quarantine thing is over with, so many babies are going to be made. Promise you that. Not mine though. No, my pull-out game is on King Arthur level. Brunch, heading to a bar with friends, sushi restaurant. For real, man. Anywhere. Just to be able to call up some friends and be like, hey, let's go eat here. Let's go do this. Let's go have a good time and just chill. Like, it's the small things like that I think have impacted people the most. Because that's just what they're used to, just in their daily life. And when things like that get thrown out of whack, they just don't know how to continue with the rest of their day. So I can understand those being some of the first things that you guys want to do when this is all over with. Going anywhere but my fucking house. Coming to your house and, yeah, okay. I'll put my address right here for you. Just put in the GPS, get you right here. Going to Piatto for pizza. I've never had Piatto pizza. I don't know why. It's here in Wichita. But I've just never... Is it on the east side? I don't know. Somebody take me there. Hug my mom. Oh, that's sad. That sucks. If you have to be away from your family during this whole time, and they're like, if maybe your parents have a weakened immune system, or they're not in the healthiest state, and you don't want to jeopardize it at all, and you have to be away from them for an extended amount of time, that's tough. Continuing to quarantine. If people need to be told how to wash hands, we're not ready. I spoke on that last time. I think just in general, people are nasty. So whether there's a virus spreading around or not, that's just common courtesy for any situation. Just be clean. Wash your hands. It's not hard. Just do it. It's not hard. First thing I'm doing when this is all over with is I'm traveling. I don't know where, but I'm going somewhere. I gotta get out of here. But now, before I can just get up and travel, I have to figure out something with these dogs. I can't just be gone for 2, 3, 4 days and just leave them here inside the house and expect them to not tear it apart. That's not something that I was really taking into consideration when I took these dogs in, is that when I'm traveling, what am I going to do with them? Because I'm single. I don't live with anybody. I live by myself, so I don't have anyone, in and out of the house as well who could look out for them while I'm not here. But I'll figure it out. It's not a problem. I'm a problem solver, but it's not a problem. But yeah, traveling. I'm curious as to what new regulations they'll have with flights. As far as how many people can be on a flight. If they'll do anything, I don't know. I feel like so many places are gonna try to put new rules in place to adhere to what society thinks needs to be done, when could be that this is not even gonna be an issue after a certain amount of time. But speaking of traveling, let's go back in time with some memories. Back to this time last year, I was in Chicago. I was there for my first ever creative meetup. Shout out to my boy Joe out in Chicago. He found me on Instagram and invited me out there to partake in this event. And I was maybe a month into modeling and even just trying to, see what could happen with it. And I had done one shoot. I figured that if this was something that I wanted to kind of pursue, then I have to get out of my comfort zone. I got to go for it. And so I took a flight, went to Chicago, and met up with these people. I'd never met a single person there, and there were probably 30 to 40 people. But it was good. Everyone there was cool. It was all good people. I'm still friends with a lot of them to this day. We just walked around the city, got a lot of cool shots. They helped me learn stuff just with different techniques, different poses, different tricks and stuff like that. And here it is a year later. I'm signed to an agency. I'm way more comfortable in front of the camera. I've started a podcast now. So, it's all working out for the better for me. I just got to be more consistent. I'm sorry. I know I've been fucking up. I don't do this as often as I should, but that's on me and just being lazy. But I'm going to work on it. All right. I promise I'm going to start doing better. I got to do this more. I got to stay consistent. So finally, we're going to jump into the connection section. What I wanted to talk about was polyamory and open relationships, but I think I'm going to save that for the next episode so I can have a little bit more time with it and really get into detail with it of how I feel. But today, we're going to talk about deal breakers. So many people get into relationships and they don't really know that person all too well. And over time, they are already so invested once they kind of figure out who that person really is that it's too late for them to just call it quits. They already have too much time invested. They could be living together. They could have kids together. They could have joint bank account. It could get real messy. I think that it's more important to take your time and more so be aware of what the deal breakers are for you, so that you know the cues, you know what to look for in that person. So probably the biggest deal breaker for me is somebody lying to me. That's something that I really struggle with getting past. If you lie to me and I find out that you're lying to me, everything from there on out is suspect. Everything that you say to me, I have to double check, or I have to confirm it in some other type of way, just because I can't trust you. If you would lie to me about this, why wouldn't you lie to me about that? That's how I see it. And I know sometimes people, lie for the greater good, and they think that they're saving somebody from this or from that. I would 100% rather you give me the honest truth and allow me to decide what to do with it. I don't want you to try to puppeteer my reactions to the situation by telling me a certain thing and getting me to react a certain way. That's not how a healthy conversation or relationship goes. So the moment that I realize somebody is a liar or someone's been lying to me, it kind of just throws that whole connection out the window. I'm an honest person, and 99% of the time I try to tell the truth. It's easier to keep up with. I don't have to try to remember what lies I told here and there and who I told it to. No, if you just tell the truth all the time, you'll know the real story. So if I'm giving you the honest truth all the time, that's just something that I expect back. I need that reciprocity between us in a relationship if that's ever going to be something healthy. So I want to hear from you guys. What are your deal breakers? What are some things that have happened to you that it's just made you say, I'm done? This is something that I thought I could put up with, but in the end, it did not work out how you planned it. Next episode in the connection section, I'm going to be talking about open relationships and polyamory. So if you guys want to send in like some video submissions of what your guys' thoughts are on that, I'll put a link below, or you can just send them to me just right on Instagram or Facebook. Just send me some videos of what your thoughts are, and I can post them on next episode. Oh, all right. Well, that is the end of episode 3. Like and comment. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that subscribe button. If you haven't seen my previous episode 2, it'll be right here. I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say, so send me those videos. Thank you for watching another episode of Let Me Tell It. See you guys next time. Peace.